going. How's it going, guys? Welcome to After Hours, where we already drank quite a bit and we're starting a podcast now. In case you didn't know what the name of the podcast is, it's After Hours.
After when? Hours. Just kidding.
Exactly. After where?
Hours.
After how? Hours. Makes no sense.
No.
I knew it was gonna be loud.
I knew it was gonna be loud.
I was gonna be like, I need to start this off with a laughter because we have Alex on the show.
You know the great part was, as soon as you were gonna start talking, I was gonna be like, what the random was? And then I was like, you know what, it's just hilarious. As the silence built, it was just hilarious.
I did it right.
I'm gonna keep myself in secrecy till I'm introduced properly.
I did it good. And yeah, so, we're back with another episode of After Hours. I'm not going to start it the way that Bros and Brews does, because I feel like we need to, come up with our own, intro. We have our own intro, right?
We do have small intro.
We have that 10, 15 second intro thing going on, and then we just come in and just be like, so we're back with another episode of After Hours. Thought you were going to say Bros and Brews. No. We gotta come with something, Yeah. We're gonna come with our own
thing.
Identity. But starting something. We'll get there, I promise. Not tonight.
Yeah, probably not.
But I'm gonna help you get there.
So yeah, she's gonna help us get there. Our new supposed what did you call it?
Media manager.
I'm gonna be the social media
manager, Alex Hoingwa, our guest for tonight.
Ooh, and he even said my last name correctly. I'm so proud.
I've known her for over 10 years, I hope I say it right.
I feel like you're getting pushed out of this podcast now. Two Hopies on the goddamn podcast. I'm just kidding.
This has nothing to do with it.
No, I'm just messing around.
Race.
I'm just messing around.
Anyways, but yeah, it's, she's been one of my best friends since high school. So I'm excited to have her on.
So besties?
Oh my God. I love her. I love her laugh. I love her personality. She's so bubbly. It makes me elated to have her on.
Oh my God. Jesus.
And obviously I can't help but laugh all the time.
That's true.
It's good times all the time.
She makes me feel funny. I'm not. But, she laughs at the random things I say.
I will always laugh at the random things you say.
But, I do say the randomest things.
So, speaking of randoms, what's the random for tonight?
So, as you know, we go to stores beforehand and we buy shit. We buy drinks, we buy beer, we buy IPAs. Most of the time, we buy scotch. / whiskey / bourbon. Whatnot. Tonight, Alex was with us while we bought shit, which doesn't normally happen with the guests, actually. But it was pretty fucking dope. We went to Beaver Street Brewery here in Flagstaff, and she had the audacity. She had the foresight. She had the best intentions, which was the best thing.
Can I say this real quick? Beaver Street Liquor, not the brewery.
Yeah, Beaver Street Liquor. I said Beaver Street Liquor, didn't I?
No, you said Beaver Street Brewery.
I said brewery.
You said brewery.
Apologies. Yes, Beaver Street Liquor. But she did it. She brought our random for us. We've had so many randoms right before we talked about anything on this podcast, to be honest. But those don't matter. We're going to talk about the random she brought, which is a bag of random that costs $15 at Beaver Street Liquor.
Yeah.
And she's going to open it.
Yeah. They make mystery bags. It's supposedly stuff that they're not selling. Well, they take on stuff. But obviously, local stuff isn't always going to be in rotation, so they make stuff. They make interesting bags.
And I
don't know.
We've been told that each bag you buy, whether it's the $5 bag, the $10 bag, the $15 bag,
or the $20 bag,
or $20 bag, it's worth more than you pay for the bag. So let's dive in.
Yeah,
okay.
And to be honest, the lady who made the bags, she said this was the best bag. So,
Was she Danielle from last time?
yes, she was.
Yeah, she was actually.
So
yes.
she helped us out.
Okay, so to give our listeners a kind of a bit of context, unfortunately, Urian had to stay in the car, which you can ask Urian why that is.
Yeah. Ask in the
She
comments.
flicks her hair back.
I flick my hair
Alright.
because I am not
Ask in the
going to
comments.
explain this. But Darren and I went in, and So here's the reason why I chose this $15 bag. I gotta add my own 2 cents here. So a long time ago, as a college student, I was tasked with a project to be, quote unquote, free-spirited. And I failed that project.
Epically. Actually.
Epically. So as a college student, the
She
teacher...
planned out her
No, let
entire-
me explain.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the project was the professor said, please choose something that you have never done. Please choose something that you typically normally wouldn't do, something against your nature. That was the whole purpose of this project. And what I wrote on my paper that day was, I don't know how to be free-spirited. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be free-spirited. And so that was the thing I chose. I said, I'm going to make my project and I'm going to task myself to be free-spirited. So what did I do? I planned a whole evening of events. I planned, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And I approached it the next day and he goes, you failed, Alex. And I was like, what? I failed? He goes, free-spirited is never planned.
It could be, but I mean...
It could be,
It could
but
be.
free-spirited by nature is you just kind of go on the whim.
No, but if it's like, if he's asking you to do something you don't normally do, and you normally don't plan shit out...
She planned
Yeah,
her
but I
entire
planned
evening.
everything.
No,
I planned
but
the
She
entire
planned the entire
evening.
evening upon being.
Wait, was the assignment being free-spirited, or be doing something you don't normally do?
It's both. It was both. It was
supposed to be
free-spirited and something I normally don't do.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when I approached Urian...
Then I agree. Failed. You failed half that task.
I failed, right. And so I told Urian I failed. And he goes, well, look what I got. And it was a wine named Free Spirited.
The only white wine I'll ever drink.
Yes.
Gross.
And it was named
I hate
Free
white wine.
Spirited.
I really do hate white wine.
I hate wine. in
But get
general.
this, tonight, Urian, I was driving in from Hopi, and guess what song played? Free Spirited.
Is that a song?
It is a song.
By who?
I'm pretty sure it's by Khaled. I could have that wrong.
Okay.
DJ Khaled? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Another one.
I don't know. I could have this wrong. But there's a song named Free Spirited, and I heard it on my drive-in, and I was like, this is a sign.
Yeah.
But the true aspect of being free-spirited is that you just
Go with the flow.
just go with it. No matter what pops up. It's not planned, it's not orchestrated, it's not anything. You just kind of dive into it. And so when I saw this brown bag, which by the way for the listeners, it is a brown bag labeled $15 plus tax mystery bag. We have no idea what's in this bag.
We haven't even broken
We
the
have,
seal yet.
we have yet to open it.
Yeah.
Urian is excited because he sat in my truck, not knowing that I purchased this. Darren was there.
Yeah, I was there.
To
To be honest, I was a little more excited to get my own another bottle of Taylor, and I was like,
He wanted to go and put on his menu.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to go to Beaver Street Liquor.
Yeah.
The entire day because I wanted to purchase one of these bags. Darren said he was going to purchase one of these bags when we entered the shop the first time when we first bought the Taylor, and then he didn't, and I was just a little disappointed. Little is a lot. Little goes a long way.
Little goes a long way.
And so when I saw them enter with like a whole mystery bag, I knew I had to wait to open this. Because I was excited. I wanted to rip this shit open and be like,
Right,
what
exactly.
the fuck's in here? Like, God.
You know, if I knew it was gonna bring you this much excitement, I would buy like 5 of them.
But you know, the fact that they brought one of these bags back, like from me being inside the vehicle and slinging, like I hope they buy a bag. I didn't tell them to buy a bag.
But you hoped.
I hoped.
You had that glimmer of hope just waiting
And
there.
I picked the mid-range because there was a $5, there was a $15, and there was like kind of an upper range. I
Yeah.
picked the mid-range. And so, I'm just saying.
I feel like you should put that down. You're moving it around a lot. There might be something.
I know, right?
There might be
Something
stuff in there
fuzzy.
that's like.
Yeah, exactly. All I know is when we open this, shout out to Beaver Street Brewery.
Liquor.
Clicker.
Beaver Street Liquor. We used to live across from you as roommates. Darren, I know that you weren't our roommate, but you know
Yeah, I
what?
wasn't a roommate.
In honorarium.
Sure, fair enough.
And I feel it's only fair, and if you guys agree as a podcast, I'm going to open this because I'm the one that purchased this.
But yeah, no,
fair enough.
we
Fair.
agree. And this
Yeah.
is the random for the night, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm
That was
super-
mentioned from the beginning.
I'm super excited. I just want to reiterate.
That was mentioned from the beginning.
The fucking bag.
It's like we hyped up this bag enough. Open the goddamn thing.
Okay, so we bought, just to reiterate, we bought this mystery bag from Beaver Street
Liquor.
Liquor. We bought this bag from Beaver Street Liquor. I purchased this. Alex Hoingla. And
Oh,
Our new social media director.
in case you guys forgot.
so we're going to tell you exactly what is in this bag, and we'll tell you exactly what it is.
Looks like a goddamn
And-
sack lunch.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point, Darren. So,
Which is why I'm more excited because I fucking love sack
do
lunches.
you know what it looks
Hate
like?
sack lunches.
Okay, let us describe what this looks like. It is a literally brown sack looking lunch
brown
bag.
paper bag.
A
It's a
brown
goddamn brown
paper
paper
bag. It says $15 plus tax. Mysterious bag. Okay? So literally we don't know what's in this.
Open
but it
the
looks
bag!
Damn bag!
Oh, okay.
Open the damn
I'm
bag.
gonna rip it.
Read to us what's in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
well, line item by line item.
Yeah, just go by one.
Dole pineapple juice.
I can make some shit with that.
Okay?
Yeah, we can actually. That's
Okay, we've
I-
got
I-
some Dole pineapple juice.
I enjoy
Dope,
that.
dope, definitely.
Yes, that's something I can work with.
I'm not looking.
Well, we
I'm
gotta buy
digging.
ice later, so we're going down and get some mixers.
Another Dole pineapple juice.
I mean, expensive shit. I mean,
I mean,
already got the
it's
$5 worth.
top tier.
Yep. Oh, this feels like a doozy right here.
There's no more. Is that the
Don't
last
tell me
one?
that's fucking Hornitos. I hate tequila.
Is this tequila?
I don't know.
Okay, wait, before I reveal, what do you think your guess is?
I'm guessing
I don't know.
tequila.
What would they pair with pineapple juice?
Tequila.
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 I'm saying tequila. Oh well.
I'm always
okay.
saying tequila since he's saying tequila. You already said tequila.
I'm saying
think
tequila because
believe
I
it's
hate it
tequila.
and I'm expecting the worst.
I could see through it, but it was not gin or vodka. Only thing I can remember seeing through is tequila, so I agree with tequila.
So
Yeah.
your tequila, urine.
It could be a gold. Yes, the way the bottle looked, it looked like a gold tequila, and I was
Okay.
like, it's one of my.
We can make tequila taste good.
I can do this.
We can make tequila taste good.
Okay, so for our listeners out there, there's only 3 items in this bag. There is 2 cans of pineapple juice and whatever the mystery item is. Obviously, Darren, you, Ryan, think that it's going to be tequila related.
To be honest, I only think it's tequila because Darren thinks it's tequila. That's my thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm only
If it's not
expecting
tequila,
it.
it's Darren's fault.
I'm only expecting it to tequila because I expect the worst.
I think it's going to be a rum.
You think it's? I hope it's rum.
I think
Oh
it's
my
going to be
God,
a
I
rum
wish it
related
was rum.
item.
I hope it's
I
rum.
think it's going to
Yeah.
be a
I
rum
really hope
related
it's
item.
rum.
Okay.
Has you?
All right.
Wait. Before,
Have you seen this?
Before,
No,
have you
I haven't
no,
seen it. I haven't
Okay.
seen it.
But before that, have you ever felt a rum bottle feel that way?
I don't know.
That's enough.
When you pulled away the
No,
bag,
no.
when you pulled away the bag, I could see it was square shape. I don't believe rum to ever come in a square shape.
I've never seen rum in
Yeah,
a square shape either.
yeah, okay.
Rum bottles are round. They're fucking brown.
So
They're
then what comes in a square
But
shape?
they
Tequila.
They can come white.
Sucks.
You know.
Ugh. Horrible.
Okay. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Someone count me down.
3, 2,
7.
1.
It is
Hornitos.
Hornitos.
I knew it. Fuck this thing. This game's rigged.
It is tequila. Hornitos tequila.
Alex, to you personally, do you like tequila?
I actually love tequila.
Okay, then it's a great buy.
It's a great buy for me.
It's a great
And
buy.
no. You know what's hilarious? I had an ex who loved that shit. Hornitos, in particular.
That size bottle for
That- yeah,
Hornitos
no,
is actually well worth $15.
It is truly
Just
like
that by itself.
That bought it by
yeah,
itself.
because we got an extra added on.
Yeah.
We got mixers.
Totally. We're gonna do this a little bit later.
So as a part of this, you have to try the mystery pack.
I mean, we're going
Agreed.
to.
We're going
agree.
to.
Very
We're going to.
agreed. Very agreed.
Just currently, I have about a shot and a half of whiskey in my drink.
No, you have about 3 ounces of whiskey right now.
3 ounces, sure.
I have about 1.5.
You
I don't
are
know
about
what you
halfway
call
through
that.
another.
Mint julep.
You're halfway through another mint julep.
Okay.
But after we get done with these drinks, we're definitely gonna have some of that tequila, because I will have tequila with you.
Okay.
Oh,
Sounds
God.
good. Because that was my
I just had the
mystery
worst
bag.
drink of my life. I tried to burp as I was trying to swallow, and that. Ugh, that was horrible. Ugh, sorry.
I will introduce the thing.
Yeah.
Quick break between here and there, Ryan. You can do this. I believe in you. So something I didn't mention at the beginning of the episode, which I usually do, but I didn't this time, is that the topic for tonight is comedy.
I love comedy. Comedy is one of my favorite things.
You love comedy.
Yeah.
I love comedy. Alex loves comedy. I only chose this for comedy because I
mean-
fucking love Alex's laugh.
Okay.
To be honest, like, if I'm being real, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
Alex's laugh is the sole reason
Behind the episode.
behind the idea of comedy. Because
Okay.
we've done comedy before, have we not?
Yes, we have. And I hyped up my dude Bill Burr to the highest level, and I'm gonna try not to do that this time. So this is like probably his shout out for the night. Bill Burr, one of my favorite comics out there.
Sure.
That's just not out of new comics. That's like ever.
Ever. No, I agree.
Yeah.
He's great. Did I shout out my comic?
I don't know.
Last time?
Did you? I don't remember it.
My most loved comic of all time is Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah.
The king of the one-liners. Don't need to say more than that. That's what it is.
Yeah. So I recognize more Mitch Hedberg is more like economics, more than just one-liners. But yes, I can get where you see the one-liners from, and like, dude, guy is great with it. But at the same time, I recognize more of his play on economy and money and the idea of
dude's great.
Yeah.
Dude, for his time, what he was doing was great, and then he died, and I'm just like, fuck me, right?
Died?
He died.
What the
2000? Before either 2005 or 2008 is when he died.
Holy Jesus!
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I
feel bad now.
I have no clue why he died, how he died. I assume it was drugs. And if you watch any of his videos beforehand, you would assume the same thing.
Yeah, like just his style, like coming up, like,
Well, like he wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
He wears sunglasses
Just the way he
in
did
his
it.
comedy, and he's just like, I'm not looking at this crowd because I'm high as fuck.
dude looked like a mad hippie. Like
He is the hippie.
yeah, like no. There is a comic who calls himself the hippie.
Is
So
there?
like, yeah,
He doesn't deserve as much much.
No, he does. He does. He deserves the title of the hippie.
Does
but
he?
Like,
Okay.
But the Mitch Hedberg, definitely a hippie. I would I would agree. Well, if somebody described him to me as a hippie, I would agree with them.
He's a natural hippie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he doesn't flaunt it.
You know.
He's that hippie state.
Okay, Alex.
Do you have a great comic
Comedian.
or a comedian? Yeah.
Yeah, like, what is one of your favorite comedians?
Wait, a great comic or a great comedian?
I mean, same difference.
Difference, yeah.
A great comic / median.
Comedian.
Go comedian. That way, it stays within narrow subject of one person.
I don't know.
Do you have one?
No, I really don't. But you know, I really like the female comedians that are kind of up and rising because I think that's kind of rare. You know, sometimes it's mostly male comedians, but female comedians are also rare in themselves.
No, I agree. I feel like 80% of comedians I know are probably male. 20% are female.
Right, but females who can make fun of themselves, females who can make fun of males, females who can make fun of anything, like that's my jam right there.
Yeah.
Because they're just like being vulnerable in their moment and they're just kind of going for it.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I don't give a shit. And so that's kind of what I live for. But, you know, as far as comedians, as far as, you know, trying to figure out who my favorite is, that's a pretty hard thing to come by. I don't know. I'm not really sure. And plus, I missed half of this, so.
No, you're good. I mean, we were trying to fill a void.
We were trying to fill a void, and so we can move past that.
Yeah.
Like we got what we needed.
Yeah. We got what we needed.
I had to say those two words
we
3
got
times.
what we needed.
We got what we needed.
We got what we needed out of that void. We're good.
Okay.
So,
Thanks.
what's the first subject of tonight? Because we did the random, apparently.
Right, which was in the bag, the mystery
But
bag.
we haven't taken.
What's your first?
Which is the brown bag special.
Wait, we haven't drank tequila yet.
No, but we're still drinking through our stuff. We'll get to tequila later.
Okay.
No, I want to drink the tequila now.
TV. I saw your paper had TV first.
I mean,
So we're going to go with your first.
Why me?
You're the guest.
Okay, TV, guess first. Okay, I'm down with this.
yeah.
Okay, so I have to admit, I wasn't enthused by this TV show until I got into like the 3rd, maybe 4th episode. But it's called, I don't know if any of you have heard of it, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He actually
Jesus
fucking loves
Christ.
it.
Yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the
Goddamn
shit.
99. Well, it's called
I-
Brooklyn's Finest. Oh, no,
yeah,
no, that's the show.
it's called. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Detective Diaz is my like persona right now.
Yes.
Yes,
Diaz.
Diaz is who I am.
Who was the chick? I don't remember her name.
I was like, if I thought you were gonna like associate yourself with anybody, I thought it would have been like Chelsea Perez.
the Italian chick.
Oh, really?
The
She's
Italian,
so great.
Perez, wow.
the Italian chick. You know what I'm talking about? She's Italian. She's on that series.
She's the secretary.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is.
Her name's Chelsea Perez, the secretary of the police chief, right?
I don't know.
You gotta Google this shit. You gotta Google
I've never
it and
gotten
figure
into the
out.
show. I gotta see the face. I'll know the name.
Okay, so
Okay, well,
you've obviously watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Darren.
yes.
So, who do you think I most relate to in character?
I just said it, Chelsea Perez.
Chelsea Perez.
Like, this guy that like don't give 2 fucks attitude. Kind of hilarious, like really hilarious actually. And it's like, oh yeah, got things going on.
So when I was drinking downtown one time,
Right.
I actually met a person who is related to one of the people on the show,
Nice. Who was it?
which was Chelsea Peretti.
Yes. Sorry, Perez. Peretti.
Chelsea
She's a
Peretti.
great comic. I like her.
But
I love her comedy.
One thing he told me about the whole thing was that when she became slightly famous or famous from the show,
Yeah.
that she kind of cut off her whole family.
I mean, her and Andy Samberg talk about that a lot.
it was just the whole thing because like they were cousins that grew up together.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him like, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine was actually playing in the background at Hops and Birch, which happens a lot actually.
It does.
It happens a lot.
It does.
Like I do see Brooklyn Nine-Nine there quite a bit, and then I was like, he's like, my last name is something Peretti, and I'm like, that means nothing to me. Like I don't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he's like, oh, but my cousin, my actual cousin, like my mom's sister's daughter is Chelsea Peretti. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool. And he's like, no, you don't understand. She's one of the stars on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm like, really? Like, I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, I know its stature in society.
Yeah.
And everything. Like I've never really gotten to the show.
Yeah.
People have told me to get into the show. I feel like I would actually really like the show. Like, people have told me this plenty of times.
Right.
Like if you like, okay.
If I actually got in the show, people would be like, once you get into the show, Ryan, you're going to be into this show.
No. Okay, so the way I would I usually suggest it, because this is the way it was suggested to me, is if you power through the first season, if you like binge the first season, you're gonna watch all the other seasons.
I believe that
because that's like it's like the first season with any show is a little cringe,
right,
in a general.
Which is a lot with the show I'm about to bring up, actually.
Yeah, so so anytime, this is why you kind of gotta like power through the first season of the 9-9. But the idea is that once you watch the entire season, you get why it's funny. Like you start to understand the wit and the humor and the idea behind how the story is going to develop from there on.
So were you originally a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan?
No, I was not.
Okay.
It was brought up to me like real late in my life. Like I think season 8 was happening at the time. By the time I discovered it. So like I said Perez, but Chelsea Peretti. That's who I would associate you most with, like, because she's got that attitude, and then she's got that like,
and then she's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that entire demeanor is like, oh yeah. I was like, I don't need to do this, and then she's always got like following like random celebrities and random like trends within like within her environment, and I'm just like, Jesus, it's like, how involved are you? Yet you're not involved in your own job.
Because Chelsea Peretti is just so... She just takes her active character and she just takes herself out of it. And she's like, you know what? I don't care.
No, I would take that the other way. I think she applies herself more into her character. More of her real self into her character. So, in the same sense that, like... in this idea.
Yeah, how do you perceive Amy Santiago?
The funny thing is like when I seen things about her that were posted about her, she's a very funny character. Well, she's a very funny person.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's a very funny person, but in the show she's portrayed as more of a serious. Yeah, very serious, anal, very analytical person.
I know who you're talking about. This one, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
you're
why
right. If you could associate with me, Alex, as someone from this show, if you've seen it, who, and I'm not going to be offended who you decide.
I've seen a few episodes. I couldn't tell from that.
Oh,
so
okay.
Diaz is like a super serious, like
she's a super cop.
Yeah.
She wants to be.
I think I'm the Diaz wannabe. I want to be like Diaz, but I know I probably will never reach that level.
But from what I've perceived, she wants to be the super cop.
Right.
No. The way I would describe her is that she is one of those people who will achieve a lot of things, but doesn't give a fuck about those achievements.
AKA the super cop.
It's not a super cop. It's like you can be good at your job and not care about it.
What I would define as a super cop is a person who will do what is right no matter what, regardless consequences. Whether it's praise or not. That is a super cop.
Right.
Okay, by that definition, yes, she is a super cop.
She
But
definitely is
but
a super
the funny
Does
thing
that
is,
describe it right
no,
or not?
but the funny thing is like
No, she tries to obtain to be a super cop. And I think that's what she's trying to be throughout the entire season. She's like, you know what, I'm the shit. I know what I'm doing, and I'm smart enough. I'm pretty enough. I know what I'm doing. And so then she tries to go for it. And so I think that's what essentially makes her the super cop. But then she's also kind of nerdy and dorky and kind of rule follower at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I don't, well, I was gonna go on and off some stupid shit, but the reason I don't agree with what kind of your idea of what a super cop is that because I always called myself an underachiever, but I was
you were most definitely an overachiever. To be honest.
No. I was always this is why I always considered myself an underachiever.
Sure.
Is because I never actually tried to achieve things. I was always just put in a position that was in an accelerant position that I never tried to be in. I was always put in AP class, like in school. I was always put in AP classes, but I never tried to be there.
That's not the point of an overachiever, though.
No. That's why I always called myself an underachiever.
But no, I'm saying that your definition does not.
And I think that's where Diaz is categorized. She is a person who will always overachieve. Well, in the eyes of a normal person, is overachieving, but she's not trying to overachieve anything.
Which is what I'm saying to you. Whether or not you perceive yourself as an overachiever,
Yeah.
the fact that you have these prefaces beforehand, like the ability to get and understand these subjects,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you trying to achieve these things inherently,
Yeah.
right? Like you didn't have to try at this as much as other people had.
Yeah.
Whether that's a fact or not, the fact that you are that far within that span of time makes you an overachiever in the eyes of
Your peers.
quote unquote common folk.
Well, your peers. Like
Your
I'm
peers.
gonna say my peers because literally I tutored a lot of my friends I was with.
Yeah.
That's what
I've done the same thing.
And
before.
that's what I go off of. I'm not trying to go off of the scale of the intelligence of everybody around me. I'm just going with my peers.
Sure, and that makes sense. But
So am I your peer?
either way you look at it, you're the one above tutoring, correct?
No, I'm not above tutoring. I was the one tutoring people.
Okay, wait. So I'm the guest here,
Yes.
correct?
No.
So would I be a peer or would I be someone you're tutoring? In what realm would I be in at this point?
You are a spectator,
Yeah.
which is something totally different than
Okay, so define spectator.
spectator. Someone outside looking in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this
Because
point,
you've heard this podcast before.
I have
Yeah.
heard this podcast before. Yes, definitely.
You've never been a part of this podcast,
Nope, I have not.
but you understand our method.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That makes you a spectator.
That makes you a spectator, but but now at this point you are now a participant.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've been
So-
welcomed in as a participant.
No. These are all things after the fact. So, still, you're a spectator within this podcast.
But you have.
But after this.
After this, now you are a participant.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's the greatest part because
Even though my relationship is deeper with you, Ryan,
yeah, because
more
it's not a
so
part of
than you.
it's not a part of the podcast.
that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get
We're
that.
just
Okay.
it's like
Okay.
you gotta
Because the podcast is me and Darren,
Right.
and that's the essence of the podcast.
Okay.
But there's so much more to the podcast that has nothing to do with either me or Darren
yeah.
Right.
at the same time.
Okay.
But me and Darren are very we are compatible.
In a weird way too.
In a weird way. Okay.
It's not even that we like the same shit. It's that we can agree to disagree and agree to like
agree.
Yeah, agree to agree.
Disagree.
It's a weird situation.
That's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much so that like
So
people
as a guest, where are we going next?
We had you say your show, TV show. We started with TV.
Yeah.
And so
Which
now,
is the Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, you started with the 9-9.
Because the 9-9 just has so many elements to it.
It does.
Yeah,
it really does.
It really does. It really does.
So, do you understand why we had to go with just one subject?
Yes.
If we did 3, that's a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that now.
Okay, so now it's Darren's turn.
Okay.
What is the show you chose
I
on
chose.
TV? Again, we're on comedy.
Yeah, so I chose my first favorite comedy TV show that was not a cartoon or slash actual comedy show.
I mean, you could choose a cartoon if you wanted to.
No, but I mean, yeah, I could have, but this is like the most impactful one that I've noticed in my life, which was 30 Rock. Fucking, oh my god.
Tracy Morgan?
Yeah.
My favorite character on the show.
Well,
I've only seen 8 episodes of that show. Tracy Morgan, top notch.
but Tina Fey, in general.
Okay. Tina Fey acted the hell out of that, right?
No, Tina Fey produced a lot of it.
She produced it, she wrote it.
She did so much. Her career is built on that show. And
Okay, for our listeners, what show is this?
30 Rock.
We said it like
30
3
Rock.
times.
Yeah.
30 Rock.
30 Rock. I guarantee you, Tracy Morgan, his name was there to uplift the show. It brought it into stardom.
Sure.
Yes.
I agree.
But Tina Fey.
Tina Fey did a great job writing the show, acting in the show, all that jazz.
Yeah.
But my favorite character has always been Tracy Morgan's character in the show.
Yes.
My favorite character, like personally, and to be fair, I have not watched the entire series. I've watched a season of this series.
Just one season?
One season.
I mean, his dynamic is pivotal within the series for a lot of seasons.
Sure, and I have nothing negative to say about the show.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No, I agree. Other co-star, Jeanette something. I forget her last name is so hard to pronounce. But Tina Fey and the aging actress who was what the fuck was her name? I can't remember her name.
Jeanette something.
Yeah. And Tracy Morgan, those 3, and their power dynamic between manager and stardom and super stardom, I guess. And
there's the Baldwin.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin.
The guy who was like the head boss person.
He represented the corporation.
Yeah. And I feel like he did a great job doing that as well.
Yeah. And
from what I've seen.
Yeah, and the dynamic between everything, like everybody has a fucking job where they have a boss that's overpowering them, and it's like, you know what? There's a lot of funny shit that happens outside of that objectively, and you don't get to laugh at it. You don't get to laugh at it because you're the one experiencing it, but you get to laugh at this show because it's happening to other people, and it's just like, I understand that dynamic, and it fucking sucks, but you know what? That's happening to you, so ha! I think that's the greatest part of that show dynamic, or that.
No, I enjoy it.
The intrigue of that show. Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just didn't put my effort to watch the entire series.
To be honest, it kind of dies off. Like, towards the end, it does die off, but it's great through it.
No, I have nothing negative to say against that show.
Going through it, it's great. It's so beautiful. I love the entire, I watched it all the way through based upon the idea of what it started, and you know what? Worth it. I mean, I would agree in the sense that the last maybe 3 seasons were a little lackluster, but you know what? For the show they built up, worth it. I followed it. It's one of those things where people
do you know how many seasons it was?
I want to say 8.
Yeah.
Or 9. It wasn't long. It was less than a decade.
Well, even less than a decade, like more than 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like that is worth a show to watch.
No.
If you make it over 3 seasons,
No.
there's something there. There has to be something there if you're over 3 seasons.
No. The 30 Rock is great all the way into season 6.
I can't say I agree, only because I haven't seen all the way to season 6. But, like, the only reason why I, just totally got into, a whole season of 30 Rock is because I was hungover.
And
I was laying on the couch,
allowed it to repeat.
just watching this shit going over. And Netflix is like, "Do you want to watch another episode?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could watch another episode."
You know
of that
what?
Shit. Just keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Exactly. And
that's the best part.
and it's not a bad thing. Like if I say yeah, continue, you best believe you have my attention.
Yeah. And that's significant nowadays, because nowadays you could watch 2 episodes. You could commit to 2 episodes, and then once it's like, oh, are you still watching? You're like, nope, fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm done with that.
I haven't been paying attention for the past 2 episodes. No.
It's like I barely paid attention to the half of the first episode. Fuck this show.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole season in one day. So.
Yeah.
I could probably get back into that show.
Dude,
I probably could.
That was the best part of that show, is that you could get in and out of it. You could come back to it.
But okay, so can I just start?
No. Okay,
going into my
my
show?
Okay, so definitely segue into your thing.
So one thing I wanted to mention, which I have probably mentioned plenty of times on this series, is a New Girl.
Yeah.
Right.
But I've never mentioned me getting in New Girl with the person that I actually got into New Girl with.
Nice.
Because Steven's not here. Steven's the whole reason we got into New Girl.
Yeah, we got, so...
I want to know who
give
the
you
fuck Steven is.
No, so to give you context, so this is Alex speaking.
What's a Steven? I know
What's an Alex?
I know like 7 or 8 Stevens. What's a Steven?
No.
Steven Riggs.
So,
Okay.
Don't look his last name.
I'm not going to.
way back in time.
2012. It was 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
In the land before time. Okay.
In the land before time.
'cause
Exactly, Darren.
I
I
take your
was
time.
roommates with Steven and Urian, which obviously you know who Urian is.
You can imagine how it is to be a roommate with me, actually.
I've seen you, Ryan.
And I'm sitting in front of you, so you know what an Alex is.
Maybe.
So Steven was the added factor. It was Steven, me, and Urian. And we all got into this series,
In
New
this
Girl.
trio, who was the wild card?
Ooh. I am not going to answer that question.
We all know who the wild card is.
Yeah, I kind of guessed who the wild card was. But at the same time,
Who was the wild card? I gotta know this.
To quote, 2 quotes. What the fuck's that movie called? The one where they sing a cappella and shit.
that's a few different movies. You're talking about way too many.
The
movies.
one with Anna something. And Fat Amy.
What?
Fat Amy. Oh shit.
Footloose.
What's that?
Was there the one of the remakes of Footloose?
No.
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 Okay.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
It has to do with Fat Amy, and it has to do with
Acapella.
acapella.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect, exactly.
Yeah, to quote Pitch Perfect.
Anna Kendricks.
And Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
Which one?
That's all I want to say about that.
Which Pitch Perfect are you talking about? 1, 2, or 3?
To quote off of it was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one.
That was the first one.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
I mean, that's
right.
always the thing.
It was me.
That was always the thing.
I was the wild card.
Okay.
But it was me.
I've never not been the wild card in any group.
Right, but it was always
What are you
me,
talking about?
Steven
What about
and
the
Urian.
group dynamic of me? I'm a fucking wild card. I think that's why the reason our dynamic kind of works is like within our own groups, we're the fucking wild card.
Be honest though.
Yes.
Out of you and I, who's most likely to be more wild than you?
Nobody. No.
Not even me?
No. You have way less wild stories than I do because I've told you mild. I've told you very mild stories of what I've done, and like it's wild.
I mean, you're right, but you're put in.
I've told you very, very, very mild stories of what I've done, and they are way more wild than what you've ever done.
True. I don't disagree, actually. You're more wild than I am. I concede.
But that's the thing about the quiet people. Is like you gotta like understand that. Like,
speaking of quiet people, I'm more wild than Darren, so let's just put that out there.
That's not true though.
That's not true.
How do you know though?
How do you know?
How do you know you're Ryan?
He's partied with porn stars.
Oh. Wait, say it again.
He's partied with porn stars.
Oh. Maybe there's some things I haven't told you,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I've gone to various mansions and partied with a lot of different celebrities and / porn stars and / well,
Okay, how do we validate that though?
I have a friend that literally I had on the podcast that was on the phone, and she is the one that was like.
All of this doesn't matter.
She's the one that.
Where were we at?
I mean, wild cards. Just kidding.
No, where were we at
But,
with me? I was trying to connect it to my TV show.
Yes.
Let's not get too far off.
What's your TV show?
Well, fuck me, right?
I mean,
Don't. So, in terms of comedy TV shows, my go-to is New Girl. Always has been, never will not be. I've seen that show over 15 times, probably more than that. The entirety
Ryan
of the show.
introduced me to New Girl.
Steven introduced you to New Girl. Steven introduced me to New Girl, which is the whole thing we were going about.
Yeah, all of us as roommates were into New Girl because of all y'all.
But that's my go-to show as in comedy. But as another go-to show, just to get that out of the way, because I'm pretty sure I've talked about New Girl numerous times on the show, is Parks and Rec, which I haven't talked about enough on the show, actually.
love it.
You know,
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, my guys. The whole reason why I'm into Lagavulin, not because I like it. Well, I do love it. I love Lagavulin.
I mean, Lagavulin's great.
Lagavulin is such a fucking good scotch.
Like, if you... dude, he had it on point. He was like...
Ron Swanson is the reason why I'm into Lagavulin, but he is not the reason why I like it. You know? I like Lagavulin because Lagavulin deserves every credit it's given. Lagavulin...
But you found out of Lagavulin.
I found out of Lagavulin because of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wouldn't have tried Lagavulin if I didn't know Parks and Rec.
Yeah. And I still want to get the Lagavulin Ron Swanson edition. I want to get that one because technically the Ron Swanson edition is a 13-year.
Okay. And
as high as I know it, like Lagavulin only does... Well, no. They do a 12-year, they do a 16-year, and they do an 8-year. The only time they've ever branched out of that dynamic is for, one, the Game of Thrones series, which was a 9-year.
Which Darren has been withholding from me.
Yes, I've been hoarding that. I've been hoarding that one. But there's also the Ron Swanson, which is, I believe, is a 13-year.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's the only time.
I would be very interested in a 13-year. I've never heard of a 13-year.
Yeah, which is why they've only broken, like Lagavulin's only broken their year of distillery for those purposes.
Sure, and that makes sense. Yeah. I would do the same thing if I owned a distillery that was that high in a brand. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
To go off of that, I'm going to mention one more TV show that gets me, that me and the dynamic of people that I hang out with, that I consider best friends, to be a part of anything I ever do is Psych.
God damn it! I've only ever watched like a few episodes of that, but I get the dynamic of it. like, I get it. I get
Sean
why
and
that's
Gus,
yeah.
Their friendship is like, come on, son. It's
I get it. I get why that's one of yours.
Psych gets me,
Yeah.
as well as New Girl gets me, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, in my defense. So we've only gone over one subject, and we are 15 minutes in.
Only 15 minutes.
50.
50 minutes in. Okay.
Totally different.
Yeah, I heard 15. You said 50.
I wish it was 15.
But anyway.
It's just 15, but it's more like 50.
And so we've gone one over one of the
One
subjects.
subject.
50 minutes.
Okay.
Movies. Let's naturally goes to movies from TV shows, right?
Yeah. Naturally.
Naturally.
So, movies.
I'll have you go first, Aaron.
Me? I'll go
Yeah.
first. Okay, definitely.
Definitely, maybe.
Dude, you got. Dude, nobody's heard that episode, and I want to crack that joke every time, and how the fuck did you crack the joke before me?
I did it though.
You did. Because nobody knows this. Nobody knows. Oh, well, you know what? No, there's 2 episodes we called back to it.
We call back to it, but no one understands.
Yeah, nobody understands
Nobody
it.
understands.
Like, and you're like,
a few episodes, we're like, definitely, maybe. And I was like, we haven't heard anybody talk about this movie. And ever.
And that's the funniest part. It's like, and like you bring it up now, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking about that goddamn movie.
But your movie, your comedic movie.
Hilarious. Definitely made
Do
it. Okay, so Hustler, Fat Amy, she's also in that.
Hustler, that's Christian Bale.
No, new
No?
one. No, very new one. Very new movie with Fat Amy, and I forget the girl's name. Different girl. Fuck.
Anna Kendrick?
No. she's not fat at all.
Ryan.
They could be in the same movie again.
Fuck. I feel so bad for not knowing her real name.
Wait, say this again?
Hustler.
Hustler.
I forget what her name is, but the other chick's name is the other main character.
Yeah.
That, but she's like the professional con artist, and then she's teaching the other chick to be a professional con artist as well. But at the same time, they're both looking for love, and it's just literally like in the entire movie, like I go into it thinking it's a chick flick, and I'm just like, you know what? All of it is fucking hilarious because it involves a few things I like. Like it has that whole what do you call it? That thieves like building stupid thing dynamic in it, but the thieves already know what they're doing.
It's 70% build up, 20% you already know the shit already happened.
Yeah, so that buildup doesn't exist within this movie because both thieves already know their game. So it literally just becomes about the thievery, and then it just becomes a game between 2 professional thieves, and then this game plays out where you find out there's a 3rd professional thief, and then like everybody knows it. But it's cool.
I honestly have no clue what movie you're talking about.
But it's hilarious. I love it.
Where can I watch this movie?
You can watch it on Hulu. Yeah, Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Okay. Hustler. The Hustler.
Hustlers.
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 With an S.
Hustlers.
Yes. Hustlers with an S.
Yes.
Jeanette, that's what they say.
It was great. It was a great movie.
Yeah, the legend.
But at the same time, like every the best part of it is that like every thieves' approach to thievery is validated by the end of the movie.
As most should.
So, I mean that's great for thieves, but like the rest of us are getting fucked over. I'm just kidding.
To be honest, I always want to know the story.
Yeah. Before you watch it, yeah.
Not just before I watch it, but like
You want to know if it's good or not.
I like the exposition.
Yeah.
I like to know the story behind the people doing the things.
And then you want to watch it play out.
So in case you don't know why I just got quiet really quickly, Alex is showing me a picture thing of all the people, not exactly in the movie, but like all the people that that are there, and then there's like the names, and then there's
exactly.
Yeah.
The art style of what the movie is.
But at the same time, like it's like the entire movie, great all the way through.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
You genuinely liked Hustlers.
Yeah. Like it was
Okay.
No, it was suggested to me, and I went in with the expectation that I was gonna hate it. And then,
Yeah, because that's the expectation I'm holding, because that's the reason why I've never watched it. I think I'm going to hate it, so I've never watched it.
yeah, I went in with the expectation. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this, and I'm gonna report back. I fucking hate this movie. Why'd you make me watch this? Wasn't the case, but it exceeded a lot of expectations.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
how-
maybe
that's how
I
I-
gotta
like-
watch it.
That's how I go into most horror movies, actually.
So it introduces it in the way the movie.
Because I don't think you, Ryan, and I have ever watched Hustlers or heard of it.
The movie introduces itself in the way that you think it's going to introduce itself. So it does meet your expectation right at the beginning, but then it crushes all those expectations, and then it begins the movie. Which I feel like is a little bit of a cop-out. That's part of the movie.
I was like, no, fuck you, I'm good.
No, it's more like, I got this. It's like I know you thought I was gonna be this, but I'm gonna go this way.
Commit!
Just commit.
Commit!
I think Alex finally realized why we
I
say
know,
that today.
Just commit.
But
But
I mentioned my TV shows.
Okay, so
You
I have
mentioned-
one more movie. I have one more movie, and it is amazing. I don't know if it's an American movie or if it's a movie from the United Kingdom, but it's called Lockout. It's about a guy who's American portrayed, which is why I think it's from a different country. Is that he's portrayed as an American who's like smokes cigarettes, does all these things really old fashioned, but he still gets the job done in a very super technological in a very super technological world.
Technological world.
And I feel like that's how a lot of people view America. They view America as if we're the new people. We're like the
people who come up with new shit.
Not that we come up with new shit, but we're able to apply old shit in a new way.
Okay.
And that's what they do through the entire movie. But it's also super comical because one of the best lines I've ever heard in the stupid thing was when he's a prisoner of war for being a spy.
You said the movie was called Lockout?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a spy and he's a prisoner of war. He recently got imprisoned as a very great spy, but once he gets into the prison system, before he gets into the prison itself, he gets recruited because the United States president's daughter is taken hostage.
Hostage, yeah. That's a very generic thing. Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's a more of an out of the United States kind of vibe. It's
Sure.
because they assume that the United States is gonna give up everything for one person.
No.
It's it's like
You can have her at this point.
yeah, but at the same time, there's
yeah.
So they send him up. They send him on a solo mission, and I feel like that's another thing, another shot at the
Americans.
the American way, the American way is that you're gonna send one man against an entire army. It's no.
And
you're
majority
not.
of the time, that one man's gonna stand up to the entire army.
Yeah,
For some fucking reason.
Yeah, exactly. But he does it in the most realistic / comedic way. And it's amazing because he's like it's essentially he's sent to a prison in space, and he goes and they have to make the American president's daughter a little dumb, saying, "Oh yeah, is that north? No, this is space. It's either starboard or port or the whole." And or then he goes, "Oh yeah, just give me the fucking map. Oh yeah, we're gonna go north. Space in north." And he got but it's just because it's like we're in space. There's no north. There's no fucking compass in space.
I don't know because my face in the episode.
But the face was like John Drop.
I was just,
it's like how
idiot.
it's like how fucking dumb do you think we are?
we're going space.
This is why I think it's like a place that's outside of the United States. It's like, how fucking dumb do people think we are?
Right?
What was the movie called again?
Lockout. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's really great. But just the depiction of everything is like a little biased in a sense.
Sure. Who's the main star in it?
I don't even know the main characters. You know that? I don't know their I don't know the actors' names. But
Yeah.
great movie. Great movie.
Great movie.
I will say great movie without prejudice.
And that just makes me want to watch it even more. Alex. Comedy movie.
Oh, it's on me now. Okay.
Oh, I gotta flip my paper around.
Let me
You gotta
just-
do something.
Let
I'm
me
kidding.
just double check. Okay, so when I went into this podcast, I honestly was like, man, I'm a hermit. I don't even know if I can offer any ounce of comedy.
Man, I'm a hermit.
What are you talking about? Like, the most comedic person I know.
I have a great laugh, but I'm not the most comedic person, you're right.
No, yes, you are actually. Yeah.
I have a great laugh. Let's just...
You do have a great laugh. But because you laugh, you know the best comedy.
Ooh, that's a challenge. Okay, so I want to go ahead and kind of do like a shout out / Okay, let's just start from the beginning.
Honorable mention kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like an honorable mention. Exactly, Darren.
Okay, we're talking about movies. BT dubs.
Yes, movies. I wrote this down and I was really like, you know what? I've never seen this movie, but it is fucking hilarious. It is so hilarious. I laughed my ass off. And the only reason why I laughed my ass off is because I thought it was so funny. Because I've never seen it before. And a lot of people are like, what? You've never seen that ever? My coworker today, her name is Deanna. Shout out to Deanna.
Deanna what?
I'm not gonna tell you what. So Deanna, Deanna was like, "You've never seen that movie?" And I was like, "No, I've never seen that movie in my entire life until like a week ago." So the movie is Ace Ventura.
Which one?
Who the
first
fuck's
one.
never seen Ace Ventura?
The first one.
Like, I want to beat this person. Punch him in the fucking face. How have you never seen this movie? So, okay, so I got over the rage part of this. Sorry.
I don't know if I've gotten over the rage part of this.
I have never seen Ace Ventura until about a week and a half ago.
Which one?
Yeah.
First one.
Just, oh my god. So
And
they
I-
haven't even gone through the entire...
I watched the second one like literally 3 days ago. That's how much sheltered of a life I've lived, and which is why I brought it up in this podcast, because Ace Ventura has literally changed my life. Like, it was so funny. Like,
Alex, what was your first impression of him exiting a rhinoceros's asshole?
Anus. Stop saying asshole. Say anus.
Let's call it what it
Rectum.
is. Let's call
Let's
it.
go with rectum.
Let's call it what it is.
It was hilarious.
Asshole.
It was funny. It was hilarious. Okay, and
Just
so
that stupid sound he makes.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, you know there's that part in that same movie where he's driving his Jeep.
Oh god, just the way he presses himself
And then
against
he's
that
like-
latex.
Like Steven, this is like the most Steven thing to say. And I'm sure you understand this.
yes,
which
okay.
Which is,
I'm ready for it.
you ready? Are you ready?
Yes,
are you
I'm ready.
both saying,
I'm absolutely ready.
like a glove? When he like rolls across the fucking forest, lands in the one spot that's open, and he's just
Yep.
like a glove.
What were your thoughts?
That is the most Steven thing to say. Is that not right?
It is so right. It is so right. Oh my goodness.
I want to know who this Steven is and how he pulls shit like this off.
It's not that Steven pulls it off, it's that she's never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Okay, so this guy Steven just says kind of like a glove.
Okay.
You and I understand these
Yeah,
references.
yeah.
Steven could pull these off because, these were a while ago.
Yeah, I get it.
He's like a glove, I get that. That's hilarious. Alex is like, that makes sense in the terms of what you're talking about. I've never seen that moment in my life. She understands that now. She understands that.
Decades later,
I don't mean to put you in a box.
No, it's okay.
But that's where you're at this point.
Yeah.
like a glove. I'm like, hilarious. I get that. You're like, the reference fits.
Yes.
The reference fits. That's funny. I'm like, no, you don't get it.
See, Ryan did this, could have said this during one of our disc golf matches today. He literally dropped the coffee I bought him. And he's like, boom, bam, flips 2 times before it hits the ground. He catches it midway down his leg. I'm like, boom. And I was like, he's like, oh, that was close. I'm like, I could have been I just looked at him. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I saw that flip twice. I was like, you just catch it out of the middle
The
air.
motherfucker thought I was gonna drop this coffee he just bought me.
Oh, there's no way in hell
my-
Ryan would drop coffee.
He thought I was gonna drop the coffee he just bought me onto the ground and let it go.
Yeah.
Snowing.
No way.
Not happening.
No, there was
Not
it wasn't happening.
Not happening.
Even I could say that at this point.
But if you were there, you were like, oh yeah, this coffee's
It
empty
was
up
the
on the
most
floor.
casual way of me dropping coffee.
So,
Picking it back up.
think about this. He standing up in general, he's probably 3 feet from the ground. He fucking drops it, flips twice.
At any time me standing, I'm 3 feet from the ground.
Well, anybody really, especially if you're holding a coffee, you're not holding it you're not holding up to your fucking face when you're holding it. So you're not obviously
I
not
am
holding
when
it.
I'm drinking it.
I mean, you are, but at the same time, at most you're holding this at 5 feet.
Sure.
At most.
Sure.
So-
he's just saying he's very impressed with how I caught this coffee
In a short amount of time.
in the shortest amount of time from me dropping it.
Yeah. It flipped out of his fucking hand. It flipped twice. I watched it flip twice. And
I
he just
don't
grabbed
understand
it.
why he's so impressed. I didn't want my coffee to drop. I caught it. That's all that matters. Is that I did not want my coffee to spill. I wanted to drink the rest of it. So I caught it midway through it dropping, and I drank the rest of it. That's all there is to that story. He's making it sound more impressive than it is.
No, the only thing I've ever done that is probably quite as impressive impressive is I used to work with a 12-inch knife. I used to like pop the thing, like I used to like bash the thing, my fist into the knife, and then it would spin ridiculously, but it would only flip one time, and I could catch it one time. It could spin a shitload of times, but it was also only flipping one time, so I could gauge where it was gonna go. I could do this with a knife repetitively, day in, day out. I could do this 10 times a day, like almost 300 days out of the year. People were impressed because they were like, I've never seen anybody do that. This is one of those moments where like, I've never seen a coffee flip 2 times out of somebody's hand, and he still caught the motherfucking thing. And that's where my impression was like, this asshole just caught it. It's like, it's on the floor. So it's a little bit of it's on his pants, but he still got it. He's got all of it in his hand.
I agree. I don't actually.
Hilarious.
It's something I do.
No. I do the same fucking thing. Like they tell, like when you work in a kitchen, they tell you don't grab knives that are dropping, but I can grab the back of the blade every time.
And you're totally fine.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine. But like a lot of people are impressed by it, but it's not a big thing to me. This is a big thing to me because I've never seen anybody do that. It's hilarious.
Catch coffee that's been flipped twice. Like
Yeah.
I still got the stains on my fucking pants.
Yeah.
I do.
Nobody cares about your stains, Ryan.
I know, and that's why I didn't bring it up.
I thought it was impressive. I thought it was super impressive.
Yo, I'm impressed too. I'm very impressed.
Are you guys impressed?
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed. Genuinely.
Where were we at? We were talking about movies, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You brought something up. I was
We
impressed by
talked about
something.
your movie.
We talked about both my movies.
No, I
You
was
had 2
talking.
movies?
I had 2 movies. I talked extensively about both of them.
What was the first one?
Hustlers.
Hustlers.
Yep, Hustlers.
Yeah, I remember
Hustlers and then Lockout.
Lockout. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming
With
that time.
Sylvester Stallone?
No. We're good. We're good on my subject. We're good on my
That's
subject.
exactly what I thought of. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, we're good on my subjects.
Okay.
And then we reached me, Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. Oh my.
Because I've never seen that. I never seen any of that.
That is
God.
nice. Okay.
But they are hilarious.
I'm glad we like they are.
Came
They're
full
great.
circle a little
So like Jim Carrey.
Okay, so no, I gotta get your
But
opinion.
you know,
It is my turn.
I've been recently into rom-com.
Gross.
Like, gross. Rom-com, which includes like things like The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler. I feel like he does a great job.
The
No.
Ugly Truth is just okay as a rom-com.
Yeah.
That's just okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
define just okay.
believe you me, I know my rom-coms. Ugly Truth is
Okay.
just okay.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
your top rom-com then? At this point.
My rom-com is actually my comedic movie of the night, which is definitely Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Which has a lot to do with Ryan Reynolds.
And a lot of undisclosed. How would you put that? Undisclosed.
It is one of my top 3 movies of all time.
But it's been one of my callbacks that nobody's had a reference to, and I don't know what to call that, and
I don't know what you should call that.
Yeah,
but it is a thing that we've called back to.
Yeah.
Because that was the original episode with Tillman.
yeah,
That was the original episode with Tillman where it was like, oh, my most favorite movie of all time was definitely Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my most best thing, but it's my most watched
yeah.
movie of all time, which is definitely Maybe. Ryan
And-
Reynolds, Rachel Weisz, the other 2.
Yeah, and I had an original big get to that.
My
And
guy, it's my time.
No. Okay, fine. Go on your thing. I'll explain afterwards.
like, I liked rom-coms before this,
Okay.
but in high school, the same person that me and Alex had talked about beforehand, Nick, he's been mentioned twice now. But you know, like, whatever. Doesn't, like, that point doesn't matter.
Which he knows I'm on this podcast right now.
He doesn't.
He does.
I mean, he can.
I talked to him today. You're
Did
right.
you talk to him today?
Yes, I did.
Why?
It's a long story. It's your turn. It's a long story.
Yeah, it's your share.
Yeah.
Go on with it.
Why did you... Anyways.
It's your share. Start going on your share. Go along your path.
The biggest reason why this movie is very impactful for me is because of Nick.
What's a Nick?
A Nick is a Nick that was a part of my life, and I thought was going to become a thing, and it didn't become a thing. And I was holding out thinking that it was going to be in the future, and it never did.
That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's my own personal story.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your thing, Ryan?
I've lived with Nick for 4 years.
Who's Nick? I'm just kidding. No, I'm just fucking around.
There is two significantly different Nicks.
No, Nick does not matter. Definitely maybe does.
Okay. Let's hear this out.
The reason why Definitely Maybe is a very impactful thing in my life is because of Nick.
Gross.
Which is a horrible thing to
So I tried to get everything off.
I know
Nick.
you. I know.
I did all this work. I did all this work to get it off of Nick, and then just bring you back to it.
Jared, what you don't understand
let me finish.
There is two different Nicks.
Let me finish.
So
Yeah,
there's Nick, and then there's Nick.
Yeah, exactly. See, you're getting it.
I get it.
You get it.
I get it.
You get it. I've known Nick since my freshman year. He wanted to be friends. He wanted to be roommates with his best friend Brandon. Didn't happen. He was roommates with me, which is probably the best thing for him actually, than him being roommates with Ponya.
Because Ryan is just the best.
I'm the best.
Let me just say that. Ryan is the best.
I'm okay.
Okay. So
I'm okay at best. But there was a point in time where Nick has pointed me towards movies where I would never think to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Definitely Maybe was one of those movies. We started watching it. I was like, this person is going to be the mom. She's not going to be the last person. And I called it right. I was like, I want her to be the last person. I called that right. And by the end of the movie, he was like, you did it wrong. Because you're not supposed to call the mom and the right woman. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, but I did it. I did the thing.
You did it. You did exactly what the story told.
No, I did exactly what the story was supposed to say.
No, that's what I just said.
I did exactly what the story was supposed to say. But not where they thought the story, not where most people thought what the story was going to end. And I knew where the story was going to end. I'm like,
so this is the part where the question you asked me about this movie completely was askewed, because I was like, she's gonna end up at the end, but it should have been her. And then I was like, you know what?
and then that happened.
And it happened.
Right,
and it happened.
That's exactly what I did.
But you asked me the wrong question at the beginning.
I
don't know if you did that.
I did the same thing Nick did.
I don't
to
know
me
if you did that
when
purposely.
I did it purposely.
Okay.
I did it purposely.
Fair.
I did exactly what Nick did to me. I said, who do you think is the mom? Who do you think he's going to be with at the end?
Yeah.
Basically the questions.
Right.
Like, it's not put in those exact terms, but those were the questions.
Yeah. And to be honest...
And those are two different questions. If you look at the movie correctly, two different questions.
Yes. So, you stopped the movie after the introduction of the third person. and you asked me this question, I guessed it right, and then you were like, oh yeah, we'll just see how it ends. And then I was like, yeah, it's everything I thought it was gonna be, exactly how I thought it was gonna play out. And then I just kind of like clowned on the movie from there. But I didn't. It wasn't because it was.
What's going on, Alex?
Like, it wasn't. I didn't.
What are you doing?
I wasn't laughing at the idea that I got it right. It was more the idea that like the story, like, now that like I think everybody's kind of like on the same, a little bit like a more of a.
If you have not seen the movie, definitely maybe.
Yeah.
It stars Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Rachel Weisz.
Exactly.
The other two.
Yeah. But at the same time, like I think that it's like it's like taking it's the same principle of like taking preconceived notions into today's world, and that's what the entire storytelling is trying to convey.
Sure.
Okay. I threw my pen just now, and your eyes like, what is going on, Alex? It is 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
That's nice.
I want to go find out what another mystery bag holds on Beaver Street Brewery.
Liquor.
Beaver Street Liquor.
We're not going to find that out.
We're probably not going to.
Okay.
But mainly because we haven't.
Because we haven't tried any of this liquor.
Yeah, we haven't even tried the first mystery bag.
It doesn't matter. I'm still willing to go buy another bag and then bring it back.
You know, let's.
Because that's how crazy I am.
Good time for a break?
This is a good time for a break.
I feel like this is a great time for a break. Ryan, do the thing. It's break time! We are back with some snacks, some other shit. We talked through a lot of things. Holy shit, I'm like still teary-eyed. What the fuck?
And you know what?
This is what you get for bringing your best friend onto the podcast.
I mean, last week I should have probably learned my lesson, right?
Yeah, you should.
Not even just last week, but like the week with Tillman.
That and we have pineapple juice this time. So
we have pineapple juice, and we also have tequila, which we've never had.
Yeah, which is a part of the surprise bag.
Hey, surprise,
man! Surprise! 2 out of 3 people.
Surprise! Tequila. like
wasn't surprised.
Tequila, let's get wild.
Did I even bring my wallet on this trip?
No, you did not.
Because you weren't going in at all.
Because you a broke ass bitch. No.
I am.
Take that out.
I am.
Take that out.
No, I'm not. This is the truth.
I'm just being mean. Sorry.
Which is good. I need that.
It will never be edited.
Games is our third selection, so that we could just get through it. It's more than likely you and I, Darren.
Yeah.
Rather than Alex.
Well, you said it could be a funny memory, a comedy memory.
If Alex
with
has
games.
something, I'm more than for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you guys go then.
No. Go ahead. You're the guest. bring your thing up. Because I want to hear this. This will probably be amazing or not. And if it's amazing, I'll probably have a shitload to say on it.
Okay, so my comedic moment with games. I can actually relive this moment right here, right now. And it's kind of bad because me and this person don't talk anymore.
No,
we don't. I don't know if I should even mention their name.
you don't have to.
Don't do that.
Okay. Well, anyways, me and this person, we were, at the time I was living with you, Ryan. We were living in our townhouse apartment. And I decided to invite my best friend from middle school / high school. And
Dope.
at that time, I honestly have to admit, I was a goody two-shoe. I was a goody two-shoe my whole life. And he was the one person who was like, Alex, if you ever decide that you want to drink, if you ever decide that you want to get high, all these things,
Yeah.
please promise me that I'm going to be the first person. And I said, okay. you'll be the first. You'll be the first person and only person. And so we did. So I moved into the townhouse with these guys. And I was like, hey, I moved out. I moved out of my mom's place. I have my own place. I have my own room. Let's hang out. Let's chill. And we decided to obviously get lit and also smoke some things.
That's part of the New York.
And we decided to play Call of Duty Zombies.
Nice.
And
The original one or the part of like 2?
Original.
The original.
Original. And we were in my room. We darkened the room. We turned off the lights. We were, at the edge of our seats on my futon bed. And he had his controller and I had my controller. We were going strong. Like, I had his back. He had my back during the zombie episode. And then all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, Alex, come on. I thought you had my back." And he turned over and I was passed out. I was already passed out on my futon because I didn't realize that I was so far gone that I was done. And I unfortunately passed out on my own. And he was so mad because we were actually so close to being, in a lead position. And I felt really bad, and he was trying to poke me, and he's like, "Alex, come on, I thought you were supposed to support me, you were supposed to help me in this battle, in this zombie apocalypse thing," and I just ended up passing out. And I remember the moment, I was playing my video game, and I had my controller, and I was playing, and at some point, I just leaned over, and I was out, and that was it, and I felt so bad, because he died. He died in that zombie apocalypse, and that was my fault.
And it was also one of the first times she actually got a high.
It actually was. It was, because Mark... Okay, I revealed the name.
And you just said it.
I revealed the name.
You revealed the name.
I revealed the name.
Do you want me to edit out? Should I edit out?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
So Mark, at that time, was like, "God, fuck, Alex, we almost had it, and you decided to pass out." So we made a pact in high school that if I ever decided I wanted to get high or get smoke, and smoke myself out, that he would be the first. And I said, okay. Well, we watched some funny movies, we hung out, and then he decided, let's play a video game. And that was that, Call of Duty zombie mode. We were going strong, and I thought I could have his back, and here I ended up just passing out, and I felt really bad. I felt really bad because I could just see him sitting there like, funny. "Oh, come on, Alex, you got me," and then he looks over and he's like, "Oh, Alex is just passed out." Okay.
Alex is just passed out. Right.
He's like, "All right, I guess I'm just gonna die at this moment."
To be honest, you can never depend on somebody on their first high. you like everything should not hinge on the first time somebody else getting high.
I passed out and I left him hanging, and I felt so bad.
I honestly think it's just hilarious that
it's a hilarious story. It's a hilarious moment, and to be honest, the guy fucked up. Like,
he should have not trusted me.
Yeah, you never depend on somebody on their first high. Who the fuck does that?
No, he did. He was like, "Oh, Alex will have my back." No, I passed the fuck out.
You also have hot Cheetos in your hands.
I do.
I have crackers in my hand.
Hot Cheetos lime, to be specific, you're right.
Pacific.
Pacific
or specific?
No, Pacific.
Okay. Pacific.
Obviously, we just got into games and went to the store, bought some drinks to try to go with the fucking tequila that we got. I was gonna drink tequila either way.
Yeah.
You put a little pineapple in my drink, I'll drink that shit. But this michelada that you got us, the Budweiser and Clamato with salt and lime.
But it's mixed
okay, can I say
chelada.
This because
it says chelada at the bottom, way at the bottom.
I know how to say this proper. It is a Budweiser and Clamato it is clamato urine. Chelada. That's how you say that. But in true terms,
with
you
salt
should be
and lime.
saying it michelada.
Michelada. Yeah, which I said like 10 times today, actually. At
So.
least.
I agree with one of my favorite comedians. Doesn't matter how you fucking pronounce it. I'm enjoying your culture. Stop bitching about it.
Hey.
Alright, I can cheers to that.
So, I play with a lot of people online, right? And we're talking about games currently. Video games.
Yeah.
And Among Us, holy shit, is that not one of the greatest games I've ever played? Not just because it includes a lot of people,
Yeah.
but because... Have you ever watched the Rick and Morty episode where they were trying to find the person, the people, the aliens that were trying to imitate everyone who was trying to be part of their lives?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Where
It's
like,
it's like, hey, I'm walking here.
Where they were like,
It's like-
yeah, where the alien was assimilating, like implanting memories into their own mind to assimilate within their own mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then Jerry was just like, I'm in love with this motherfucker. And I was like, Jerry, shut the fuck up. as most people are.
As
And-
most things that way, as most scenarios play out.
And that shit was hilarious. And that's just basically what Among Us is in the grand
Kinda.
in the grand scheme of things.
No, the way I think about Among Us is literally like Aliens 2. In the sense that she's the goddamn carrier the entire time, and she deceives everybody.
She's
And then
not, though. She's not.
And then she's the mother of the fucking alien.
If she was the carrier, we're both talking about Sigourney.
Yeah. She's still the mother of the fucking alien, and she's protecting it. She's knowingly protecting it.
If she was the carrier, she would be dead.
But that's disproven even at the end of the fucking movie.
That is not.
It is! Because the alien doesn't even kill her as it's being sucked out into space. It's face to face with her. And with its, like, it still recognizes that's its mother.
There's an emotional part there.
Yeah.
I agree. But it does not mean that she's, like, the emotional carrier of that fucking being.
It is!
It is not.
Because she protects it the entire movie.
She does not.
She does!
She doesn't. We can yell about this all night.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
We can yell
She
about this all
doesn't say
night.
it outright.
Alien 2.
But towards the end of the movie, you
technically aliens.
you begin to realize that she is protecting this. Like she's not.
She's
is,
not. She's not
she is
protecting it.
Subconsciously protecting her child, which is a goddamn xenomorph.
Motherfucker, you don't know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
We gotta watch this thing 1 to 4 to motherfucking.
You only gotta go through the first two to realize what the hell happened in the second one. That's all you gotta realize.
It's not even true. No.
And you know what? You're right, because there's like some shit that happened in the past. You know what? You didn't even add the apple cider yet.
There's an apple cider aspect to this.
Yes. Just a tip. Just kidding. Jesus. Just kidding.
Fuse the head, it would go by faster.
It's like it's easier if you put the tip on first.
I'm not gonna have this argument with you on Alien again. We've had this argument before.
We have.
I don't
And
know if you know this.
I still win every time. It's amazing, right? I win every time. It's amazing.
Neither of us win.
I love it.
Neither of us win.
No, I love it. I win every time.
I've been trying to talk about Among Us.
But I win every time.
So I'm gonna go to Minecraft,
And that's the wild thing is I win every time.
There's no winner in this subject.
Yeah, you know, this is the funny thing is that I always say this to a buddy, like I don't know if it's a friend, but I say this to a guy who loves to play Madden. And like, I never play Madden ever. I haven't played it since I was a child, and it was on a Nintendo system. And I was like, I could beat you on this shit. I was like, understanding plays is easy. I fucking dominate this shit.
It's not the worst thing I've had with tequila in it.
Mm-hmm.
A little too much pineapple.
I didn't want to go too hardcore, you know, but I wanted to add more. I think...
To be honest, I'm grateful that you don't taste a lot of tequila, but a little too much pineapple.
I don't mind the pineapple.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Personally, I do not mind the pineapple.
That is my critique on it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the right thing.
Minecraft. I just recently got into Minecraft. I have never played Minecraft before in my life, other than 3 months ago. 3 weeks ago. Excuse my iteration of 3 months ago. 3 weeks ago.
Whoa. I just said there's too much.
Dude.
But I mean, if we're drinking the whole fucking bottle tonight,
We are.
You're right. I'm taking that bottle of Taylor home. My bad.
3 weeks ago is when I first started playing Minecraft. It was my friend Chris and the Tasmanian Devil. Hilarious. Anyways.
Bullshit, you're playing with a cartoon character.
You think that, and then he has the whole
Cartoon character.
actually in Minecraft. I'm just like, alright, you're Taz, I guess.
It's like, obviously, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
And so I was like I died like 4 times before I actually got to those motherfuckers. And it's like, alright, cool.
How do you die in Minecraft? Jesus Christ.
You can! And
I understand that you can, but how?
I was just starting out.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about Minecraft.
Oh, fair.
Literally nothing
That's a fair assessment.
about Minecraft.
Yeah.
They're like, alright, I built this boat for you. It's a raft. We're going south. I'm like, how can you tell direction at night? Like, there are skeletons shooting arrows at me, and I'm trying to get in this boat, and they're like, we went south. I'm like, cool. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Like, I just downloaded Minecraft, and I'm just like, I went to your world, and they're like, we've been in this world for about 3 hours. We have all the shit we need. We're going south. We found shit, and we're going farther south. And I died 6 times before I actually found them. By the time I found them, I was like, okay, cool. I'm building on this top hill because the top hill is the right place to build at. Probably. And I built into Ian's place. I was like, okay, so me and Ian, we're now sharing the same house. And we're gonna share everything. Which, with most people in Minecraft, are like, no, we share nothing. Is what I got. Which is what I got the vibe from. It's like, no, we share nothing. You know? My main thing about Minecraft right now is that we have a specific server between us 4.
Yeah.
Taz, Chris, Ian, and me. Ian has recently said that he doesn't want to share a house with me anymore. He doesn't want to share the same
domicile,
mine, things and stuff. I was like, all right, cool. Where is he building his shit at? Chris accidentally showed me because she is the admin, the god
right.
of this server. And I was like, so that's where Ian is. I'm building towards that. she's not even like she. At first, she was like, "I am sick to my stomach because you know about this. You know where Ian's building his ship." But I built so much around that area, in that area, to where Ian has never done. Because he built like 3 minutes down into the ground. 3 minutes, to where I spent hours, and I repeat hours, in Minecraft building around this shit, making my own garden, making my own house, making my own mine, like right below his.
It's like establishing everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. To where, like, the point where he built 3 minutes down.
And he's nowhere near your cave yet. He's nowhere near the cavern that you've, like, already populated.
I've honestly, like, trolled him so hard, he doesn't even know yet.
Yeah.
And I'm so mad that he doesn't know yet. I've put red. I have put red. What are they called?
Flags?
They are.
I don't know Minecraft too well.
Yeah, I've never played Minecraft, so I'm sorry, right?
I'm sure neither of you guys play Minecraft, but there are torches.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are regular torches that light up rooms regularly.
Yeah.
I put red torches all the way down the 3 minutes he built down. I put a sign there at the bottom being like, dig just like 3 feet farther. I dare you. At the bottom of that 3 feet.
You're just trolling at that point.
That's what I do. At the bottom of that 3 feet, there is like a whole like multitude of the red torches that I have right there, and then there's a sign saying, "It's me, Urian. I love you." And there's like a whole mine down there that I've already like dug out and everything to where he could never dig out within the amount of time he's ever spent in Minecraft at this point that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like,
and I get it. I get the level of like the level of craftsmanship that went into these few hours that you put into it, and it's hilarious. Like, because if you look it up right now, like what you do, like if you're noob in Minecraft and you just learn how to do it, and then like the person that's trying to teach you how to play Minecraft just like goes off and says, "Hey, I'm gonna do my own thing over here," and then you just build shit all around them. And then it becomes
very, very legitimately. This is my very iteration of Minecraft.
Yeah, and then it becomes like, oh yeah, you just build shit all around them, and just like, you just
yes, and it's just like,
it's like,
why, God?
Let me just stun on this plebeian for a few minutes and just let him understand what's going on around him.
Because there's that whole meme of communism, you know, like with Bugs Bunny and shit, where he's like, there's that point he's like, "Oh, I did this thing," and you mean like, "We did this shit," and it's just that's me with him, Damien, Ian, whatever the fuck you want to call him, and that's my whole thing. It's like, you mean we? We did all this. Like, even though I did most of the work at this point, actually, now.
Yeah.
And it was like,
we did all
this work. Because I wouldn't have done all this work if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Like, if I wasn't trying to troll this motherfucker,
I'd call it mine.
This shit wouldn't have happened.
It's like, I'd claim all of this. But you know what? He did kind of teach me, and like, you know, it's like give a little more credit.
That is my whole thing with games, I guess. Currently,
hilarious.
Alex, you don't have anything for anime, do you?
Or games? Do you have something for games?
The only games I had was when I played that time with what's his face, and then I passed out on him.
Mark.
Mark, yeah, okay.
There is
cool.
one additional games area that I'd like to expand upon because I think he gave his full effort, and I appreciate his full effort.
Maximum effort. Yeah.
And I have to create an honorarium in his name.
Sure.
Yeah.
So in the games area, it has to do with Steve.
Steven Riggs?
Yeah, Steven Riggs. So I have to admit to people out there, I suck at video games. Like, I really do. I'm not the best video game person. Like, if you were to play, I don't know, because at that time,
honest, I'm the best video game person.
yeah,
I don't
personally.
Dennis not, actually. No.
I'm the best video game person
not.
ever.
I feel like I had more pills than this.
So let's just say we were playing, because at that time my favorite was, playing this zombie mode of Call of Duty. Call of Duty
Black Ops.
Zombie. And I asked my roommate at that time.
I've reached level 56 the entire day. I
asked
don't know how far
Steven,
you guys have got, but
excuse
like,
me, Darren.
56, it's a legitimate score.
Darren, this is not about you.
It's not, but I mean, best gamer ever.
Like, can I brag a second?
It's not
Bragging
about,
moment. Here
not
we
about
go.
me. Not about me, but it's the best you guys done. I'm just kidding. No, I'm fucking around. Sorry.
So I asked Steven, look, I want to play this game. I want to play zombie mode, and I want to play effectively. I don't want to be the loser who just dies right away. I want to actually contribute to my team. And so he goes, okay, I'll help you. So every day we would set up a time that we would play in our, apartment /
Is that
studio
actually a
home.
thing?
It is an actual thing.
Like, why didn't I know about this thing? I would help.
No, because I'm sorry, Ryan. I trusted Steven at that time a little more. I'm sorry, Ryan. So to give you context, Steven, Urian, and me were roommates at some point.
Holy Jesus.
But
There's a Steven involved? I'm just
yes,
kidding.
but I trusted Steven at that time because he said
Way more.
he could teach.
Obviously, you can't trust that face right there. Look at that shit.
Urian's face.
Yeah, look at that face.
I don't know.
You can't trust that.
It is quite questionable. I'm sorry, Urian.
It is questionable.
But Steven
Fair.
said, I can help you get better at this game, and I can help you practice. And I said, okay. So
See, but that's a signal of a person you cannot trust. When it's like, oh, just trust everything about me. I can make everything better.
So Steven was trying to teach me how to be better, and I don't know if it necessarily made me better.
Yeah,
but
that's why you can't trust people that say,
nah.
I know everything better.
So every day we would try to practice. And he goes, okay, we're going to practice together, just me and you, and we're going to just shoot at each other kind of thing. And it was a free-for-all. And it was just between me and him. I sucked. I did not get better.
He just killed you.
He just killed me at the end of the day, and he never made me better.
What an asshole.
And so I was like, okay, so I guess
No
I'm
offense,
just
Steven,
doomed
'cause I
to
love you.
I'm just doomed to die at the end of this game. And he goes, trust me, Alex, you'll get better. You'll get better as soon as you enter the zombie mode, and you'll be fine. And I like to play zombie mode in the pitch black dark. Like, there's some people who want to play zombie mode with the lights on and everything, but I want to be in the pitch black dark when you play zombie mode. Like,
Agreed.
there is no
What
other way to play that
plays
mode.
with the lights on?
Exactly. But there is some people who want to play zombie mode with the lights on, and I'm like, really? No, we gotta play with the lights off.
Yeah, okay, so...
But
this is
regardless,
definitely a thing.
I died
There's a reason
anyways.
streamers play with, like, low lighting and, like, low-level ample lighting. It's not because it's fucking... It's cool for the stream. It's because it doesn't fuck with the screen.
It's because of the micheladas.
So anyways,
We're not there yet. Stop drinking that. You opened it early.
You guys didn't open yours. I opened mine. I'm drinking my michelada.
So Steven tried to teach me, and shout out to Steven. I appreciate you trying to teach me, but it really failed. I still suck at Call of Duty Zombies. I still really am not good.
No. He did the bro thing where he was like, "I'm gonna teach you how to be good by showing you how good I am." That never works.
Yes,
that sounds exactly.
Because
Steven is naturally good at games.
Yeah,
He really is.
That's a fact.
He really is.
I will never be good as Steven. I can honestly say that I will never be good as Steven.
You asshole.
But I can aspire to be as good as Steven.
And I mean that in the best way, Steven.
It's very rare that you can find somebody that's good, like naturally good at games, that can also teach how to do that. Because a lot of times, like when you're naturally good at something, you didn't develop a process to be naturally good at something. You were just naturally good at it.
It's like being good at math without trying to be good at math.
Yeah.
You can't teach people to be good at math.
Yeah. You can't teach people to understand the shit you understand. Which is weird. I mean, that's
the thing. That is a thing.
Yeah, that's the truth in the sense. Is like, you cannot teach people to understand the shit you understand.
I want to teach you Algebra 2. But you don't understand Algebra 2, so I can't teach you Algebra 2.
Yeah, there's literally like concepts a lot of people can't grasp, and then it takes longer for them to understand it. I mean, it takes more dedication to teach them that thing.
And obviously, I've said this before, but my Algebra 2 teacher, my senior year, was like, "Oh, you can sleep during this class, you right?" And I was like, and one of the students was like, "Why can he sleep but I can't?" And he's like, "Because he's been through this class before. I know you Ryan. like you Ryan understands the subject." And I was like, he's like, "All right, say this Algebra 2 question and answer it." It's like, blah 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 blah. Algebra, motherfucker! Like, get up and out of my face.
Yeah. Like,
I'm asleep again.
Like a lot of the times when I went to school, that was the premise for a lot of my. That's the reason I was allowed to like, so-called ditch a lot of my classes. Is that my teachers were like, "Oh, it's only the second week. Why are you letting this person skid by?"
Right.
I was like, "Oh, because he already turned in all the coursework and he's done all the tests already." I'm like literally, that was my freshman year.
Why do you have so much written on your paper?
Yeah, that was literally my freshman year of high school. That's what my that's what my sociology and economics teacher said. They were like, "Oh, they're like the principal came by. They walked by the classroom and they were like, why is this person in the front row sleeping in your class?" He's like, "Oh, he's already turned in all the coursework and all the tests. What the fuck you want me to do with that?" It's like
he's required to take this class. He understands everything we're talking about, but you have him required to take this class.
Yeah,
and when I entered from junior high to high school, that was the entire thing. Like, I was already past Algebra 2 in junior high.
Yeah.
And they were just like, you have to take all the way from Algebra 1. I'm like, why? Like, yeah. I know Algebra 1 geometry and Algebra 2.
Yeah.
I already understand all that shit.
It's like,
and then they're like, take it all.
and to be honest, that's the thing that pissed me off the most, because that was a year, those 3 classes, that was a year and a half of your life where you literally had to be like, well, I'm not going to learn anything, so I might as well just sleep through this year and a half of things I already know.
And that is exactly the truth, though.
Yeah, it's like oh,
I understand
that. Totally.
She was there. She was also there. She was part of those classes.
Yeah, it pissed me off because I was like, you're gonna spend a year and a half trying to teach me shit I already know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just look at them. I'm like, I already completed all your coursework. I turned in all your homework. I turned in all your assignments.
Yeah, you're like, my life experience is completed.
It's
you're
like,
what the
let me
fuck?
sleep through your class.
Like, you might not know this, but back where I came from, I already took this shit.
Yeah.
Like, let me prove to you I already know this.
Yeah.
Let me go on.
I
And
feel like
they won't.
Yeah,
I feel like that should have been.
They don't.
I feel like that should have been a thing in high school because they do that for college.
Because
In college, they test you on what you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Before, like,
exactly.
But before you enter, they test you on what you know. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, you understand all of this. This is the thing I would suggest you go into, and then you start from there. It's
Exactly.
like, okay, cool. I feel like they should do that.
Exactly.
I feel like they should do that for high school too. Because in high school, the only thing that really brought me interest is taking college courses. And I took a lot of college courses my freshman year, all the way into my sophomore year, and that's when I ended up in a lot of trouble.
Sure.
Is there a problem with the mics?
No, it hasn't. I was being odd.
You were being odd. Why
Yes.
the fuck was my mic shaking?
I was being odd.
Why was my mic shaking?
Has nothing to do with you.
No, did you see that though?
No.
You were leaning on the table.
I was not leaning on the table.
What were you leaning on?
I was leaning on this mic.
This one right here.
I thought you were. Well,
No.
I thought.
That's a ghostess.
No. Okay, so this is, no. So real talk.
Okay,
Like
okay.
literally, I felt like.
Hold on a second.
So
Let me just.
okay.
As long as people don't hear me eating.
Because they want to hear you eat the hot fries.
So you're right. You can definitely press pause right now, like if you want to. But,
If I want to, sure.
like if you want to, but at the same time,
again, Urian, like, obviously, 20 seconds before, like, you twisting that shit around probably hurt your ears.
yeah, definitely.
Actually.
Because I heard like parts of it. But at the
But
same
now
time,
I can't twist it anymore because, you know, it's too wrapped around and now it's too late for you to, like, have a problem.
funny guy.
It is, though. Look at that shit.
Why would you do that?
So it wouldn't turn anymore.
Stop touching the fucking mic stand then.
It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the mic stand.
Like I said, stop touching the fucking mic stand.
Where are we at?
Alex, remember that part where it's like, you feel like you're helping, but you're not.
You're not.
Stop holding your goddamn laughs in.
Just laugh. Just laugh.
Just laugh. Just have fun. It's like, feel like you're helping. But you're not. Stop.
No,
Stop holding
laugh.
it in. Stop holding it in. Just laugh.
Just fucking laugh.
Just allow yourself to laugh.
Where's Alex? Doesn't have anything to contribute, or so I've been told. Which is anime.
No, I'm not. I have nothing to contribute to
You
anime.
had no good hilarious anime moments.
I literally have not been involved in any anime moments.
Okay, so I'm just gonna dive into it. Is that fine?
Yeah,
that's
go
fine. Go for it.
High School Rumble. Neither of you have ever.
I've
delved into that.
not heard of it.
Magnificent show. Deals with aliens, a lot of other shit.
Yes.
Piotr! Oh, you don't even know Piotr.
No.
I'm so sad about that.
Nope.
It is.
I have no
so
idea. You're right.
sad.
I am so sorry.
So sad about
So if you talk like original fucking Pokemon
it.
episodes,
Shut up. You don't know. Check them out.
original Pokemon
Shut-
episodes. Oh my god. Brock and Misty. the
High
entire
School
way
Rumble. If you don't know anime, you don't know High School Rumble. Shut up.
We're listening.
case any
All right. We're listening.
Up.
All right. So, all right. So you shut us up. Give us some context.
Yeah, we want to hear it, Ryan.
The next anime is Oran Host Club.
No. Fuck you. You don't just move on to the next one. Give us some goddamn context.
I can't give you context without you knowing the anime.
Just give us like 2 good moments. How about that?
I did.
Describe 2 good moments.
I did, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear them.
As obvious as there is in any anime, there's the beach scene that happens.
I don't know about this.
I know you don't, because you never seen the anime.
I haven't.
And then there's Piotr, which is a pig that you have no clue about.
Yeah. Fair.
And then there's Oran Host Club, which is Stiletto Kick, which you have no clue about because you've never seen that fucking anime.
No, never heard of it.
Exactly! So how can I explain these motherfucking things without you understanding anything? Sorry, I got very emotional.
That was emotional.
But
at the same time, I was just saying, describe 2 moments. Like, give us a scenario, give us a build-up, give us a conclusion.
watch the anime.
Fair. What's it
So
called
you're
again?
saying
all I
we
have.
gotta watch it before you
So
describe it to us.
I'm a little drunk at this time, and some people have ADHD. What's the name of the show again?
So the 2 shows I mentioned were High School Rumble.
High School Rumble.
Yes, great motherfucking anime. Great motherfucking anime. They have like a whole beach. They have
All right,
five episodes.
Stop trying to describe it after I ask you to describe it.
They have
Just go to the next one.
They have 5 episodes on a beach, which is basically basic.
Basically
for
basic. Okay.
For an anime to have.
Okay.
You know, like the beach episode
Okay.
of an anime. Right?
So
is that not wrong?
So just
Stop.
That's
for
wrong.
the listeners,
Stop trying
High
to
School
describe
Rumble,
things.
High School Rumble.
High School Rumble, and what else?
Stop trying to describe suggestive things.
High School Rumble, and what else?
Oran Host Club.
Wait, say that again.
Oran.
Oran.
Ouran.
I'm not saying
Space Host Club.
Oran Space Club.
Host
Host
Club.
Club.
Host Club.
Oran Space Hus. What?
Host.
Club.
Well, what
Club.
she said, I guess. At this point.
So,
But, you know, like, comedic animes, those are top tier list.
fair. That is very fair.
Wait.
So,
I
is
want to
it-
have you see the last one. Oran
Host Club.
Host Club.
Oran Host Club.
Oran Host Club.
Yes.
So it's
Okay.
like you gotta understand that it's a foreign name, and then it turns into English where it goes host club.
Oran Host Club.
I feel like you'd like it, Alex, actually.
I've never watched it, but I'd be totally willing to watch it.
I'd be willing to show it to you.
Let's do this.
I only really have
After
one.
this, let's do this.
I
So-
gotta show you Ali, though.
Ooh.
The Alley Hills thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got to go into that after.
Did you like the Alley's thing, Darren?
Alley sing.
He likes Ali Hills.
I'm the one that like.
He
Wait, did you introduce him to that?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm totally interested then.
So
Are you willing to introduce me?
I mean,
We're about to, but this has nothing to do with
this has
that.
nothing to do with anime though. But the
But
thing,
those are the 2 things I had to be introduced into the comedic realms of anime.
Yeah. So the thing I gotta introduce is a thing I've seen multiple times. It's hilarious. It's hilarious every time I see a clip of it. A clip of any of it is Carnival Phantasm, which is a part of the Fate Stay Night series, where it uses a lot of their characters in the phantasm of Carnival style, where the Carnival style is literally just like random in general.
Sure.
Like, so Carnival Phantasm follows. The story itself follows a set of games that goes along in a certain practice, and then it just pits a lot of the servants and masters into scenarios that they originally wouldn't be into more of an isekai type lifestyle.
Sure. That happens.
I mean, it does. But at the same time,
I'm saying that with no criticism slash what someone would say. I would say was within the context of that, you know, because I feel like someone would say like, "Oh, he's being very this and that and that and this." I'm being very straightforward with you.
I feel like this fits like directly within comedy because it takes like the Fate Stay series is a very serious series.
It is. Actually.
It's a very dramatic. It's a very dramatic tale and a very very well told story within the story that it's being told in. Like Fate, Half Moon, they've done such a great way of telling this story multiple different ways. But at the same time, you want to see those people, those characters, have you kind of want to have those characters have more than just a very serious tone to them.
Sure.
You want to see them in their in a good lighthearted / normal tone.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's what Carnival Phantasm does. Is it brings these really dramatic characters into down to earth scenarios, and that's that in itself has very comedic gold in it.
Cool. Last thing I have is music.
And to be honest, I don't have anything as comedy music. But I understand you have a lot of things that we missed the last time comedy was brought up in music.
We don't have a lot that we missed. We just have a very certain section.
You know what?
That we missed last time.
Somebody mentioned that we missed a big genre.
Yeah, which is Adam Sandler's genre of comedic music.
Yeah.
Which is a giant genre.
To be honest, I agree entirely with this point.
Because we didn't talk about it last time.
Yeah, we didn't.
And we should have. We didn't. You're right.
You know what?
I'm right. Drunk. You're right.
We're drunk. I'm sorry. We forgot this shit.
We were drunk. We are still drunk. And we're talking about this. There was a whole movie he made that was a musical about funny music and shit.
No, I
holy shit! I tried taking that away from you.
I understand that the entire musical was developed off the song "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer."
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah, I understand that the entire premise of that movie was based upon that one song.
Sure, but there were so many other things on that certain movie that was just super hilarious, but still had their own songs.
Ridiculously hilarious. Great.
But in terms of Adam Sandler, in general, in terms of his songs of being comedic in value.
Can I hype this man up a little bit in saying that this motherfucker stands by his friends? This guy stands by the people he came up with.
He does.
He does. He does. He stands like the people that originally came up with Adam Sandler, still in his fucking shows, still a part of the things he's doing. There is no way to hype him up more, and I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
I agree.
He's loyal to his friends. He's loyal to the people that gave him his upcoming, and fucking, you know what? They're all still there with him.
I fucking love Adam Sandler, man.
In a small way or not, they're all still there with him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Alex?
I agree.
Okay then.
I'm sorry. Was that too divisive of a question?
No.
No, she agrees. She agrees. What are you talking about? She agrees. There's a whole point with The Wedding Singer, right?
Yeah.
I want to say it was one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
But
Drew Barrymore sucked in that movie. I'm kidding.
It was a really good movie that was made that had really good comedic music made with the movie.
So I took this whole approach to the comedic music totally on a different tangent.
Sure.
All right.
I really did.
Follow.
So
expand upon that.
Okay, so when I was thinking about,
comedic music.
Yeah, comedic music. I was thinking about music that we've never music that was on SNL, music that was on Saturday Night Live, and that music was never revisited ever again. And so one of them was, was like jizz in my pants.
And I jizzed in my pants.
Jizzed in my pants. Yeah, exactly. You Ryan knows what I'm talking about. And
I'm pretty sure he knows what I'm talking about.
No, I don't, because I'm not. I am an adamant hater of SNL.
Oh, so that makes a difference.
Yes.
So
I am
even
an adamant
like Justin Timberlake, dick in a box. Do you remember that time when he was like, dick in my box? And then he's like, it was on Christmas time because it was Christmas, and he was thinking it was funny he could put his dick in a box, and it was, anyways. So that's what I was thinking of because I thought it was fucking funny. I thought it was hilarious. So I don't know if you guys ever remember that time, but there was 2 moments. And there was a moment where in high school where Weird Al Yankovic was popular. And it's comedic humor.
No.
Weird Al Yankovic was totally funny.
His popularity it rose and was acknowledged at that point. He's been popular since.
I've never doubted Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al was funny, right? That's comedic humor.
He is funny.
Weird Al is hilarious.
So why didn't you guys bring that up?
No. We did. The last time we talked about comedic music, we have talked about Weird Al.
Yeah. So the only reason it's good that you brought it up is that we get to talk about it again. But at the same time, you got to understand that we already had the conversation about it.
Right.
The only thing we didn't have a conversation about was Adam Sandler bringing his music into the comedic value.
Exactly.
But Adam Sandler does.
There is some crude humor that was brought into the comedic music scene.
Adam Sandler is comedic humor. It is crude comedic humor.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
You're right. But at the same time,
I think the only thing that really balanced it out at the time was literally the fuck is his name? The hillbilly guy. The fuck is his name?
Not a clue. Who are you talking about?
You might know you're a redneck if you blah blah blah. You might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck if you've that
guy. Fucking A.
What the fuck is his name?
I forget his name all the time.
That's fine if you don't remember his name because we're native.
But
we don't even know his name.
But he has he has so many clean albums that are they're literally wholesome. They connect to a wide audience.
Quote unquote wholesome.
Yeah, quote unquote wholesome. But they connect to a wide audience and not a white audience, a wide audience, not left, not right. They just connect with a very it connects with a large populace.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You
he
might
connects.
be a redneck if you...
Yeah, and I feel like that, like, this is why I love comedy so much. Is because we understand, we are accepting of the things that we are accepting of. So we accept that we all might be accepting that, like, hey, we're all a little poor.
I might
And
be a redneck.
Yeah, no, like, no, and that's the entire premise of that joke, is that we're all poor. We're all a little poor. It doesn't matter what fucking color you are. We're all a little bit poor.
Okay. Do you guys have a song of the night? Song of the week? I apologize.
So, the thing I've been listening to most this week, lofi music. Literally, just chill hop.
Just
chill hop.
Just the entire genre of lo-fi music.
Well, not the entire genre. Just chill hop.
The one where she's just like writing down shit and there's a cat in the background.
No, like
Like, like what are you talking about?
no. Okay, so
how do I find the shit you're listening to?
chill hop is more like bass and rhythm, kind of like R&B, which is why I like.
Sure, but
Comedy.
I want to know what you're listening to.
where am I?
I don't know where you're listening to it. I don't know how you're listening to it.
Okay,
I just want to listen to it.
so
Get me to listen to it.
I've been listening to a lot of chill hop radio on YouTube.
Chill hop.
Yeah, chill hop, which is mainly like a
CHILLHOP.
yes, chill hop, and it's one of those things where like it literally it balances out my moods,
Sure.
and that's what I need at the end of the day.
How am I supposed to put this on fucking playlist?
It's not a playlist at all.
How
Like-
am I supposed to put on this?
No, it's not. It's like I understand we're trying to create a playlist. It just kind of sucks that I want to be able to include all of chill hop in it. Yeah, I get it. Now, not like saying it out loud. Yeah, I understand your feels.
Oh, thanks.
No, it just no. It doesn't make your job easier. It just makes me feel like more shit. So, if that makes you feel better, I mean, I feel
It doesn't.
I feel like an asshole.
You are.
I mean, we.
So
I-
a song I've been listening to lately,
yeah.
quite a bit, actually, which I can get down to the specific song, the band that made it, and the song name, which is the band is called Microwave. Song being called Something Right. And it's not a song that exactly gets me, but it's a song that I can relate to. That's all I have to say about it.
Sorry. Like I spaced a lot of those seconds. What was it called again?
The band is called Microwave. The song's,
It's not the song name, it's the artist name.
the song's name is Something Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Would you like the band name?
Yes.
The band name is Microwave.
Okay. Microwave. Something right. Got that.
Okay.
Good.
Are you looking it up, Alex?
Of course I'm looking it up. That's what a good friend does.
I fucking love it, is what I'm saying. I fucking love it. So exactly, we're on music. We're on the last part of the segment. We love you guys. We're ending the podcast, and we hope you can enjoy anything we've enjoyed. Alex, do you have any songs or artists you want to project to the audience that we have?
Well, we were supposed to go on the lines of comedy, right?
No, like the song of the like the songs at the end of the day. What have you been listening to this week? How about that?
No, because
let me ask it that way.
When I was invited onto this podcast, it was with
comedy.
the idea that it was comedy.
That's
Fair.
true.
That is very fair.
That is true.
So I didn't go into the idea, I'm going to think of songs that, what I'm listening to this week. No, I went into the idea with like songs that I thought were funny and hilarious and fit into this comedy realm.
Do it then.
Okay, well,
So-
tell us.
That's more fitting than what we said. So get it.
Two songs that fit that were, one, I don't know if you guys remember Saturday Night Live, but when they premiered Jizz in My Pants.
I do remember that, yes.
Do you remember Jizz in My Pants?
I will restate that I'm an adamant hater of Saturday Night Live.
Well, anyways, that was one of the comedic songs, Jizz in My Pants.
I do remember Jizz in My Pants, yes.
And around Christmas time, it was Justin Timberlake, Dick in a Box. Do you remember that one too?
I don't remember Dick in the Box.
Sounds funny.
Only because it refers. I think it refers to the whole idea of Seven, which is a very serious movie.
Yeah, it is.
There's a what's in the box.
Yeah.
But if like I would not hate people on like turning that into a comedy skit.
You can't compare.
So, if
a
you
dick in
ever
a head.
see the music video, there is a music video, and it came out from Saturday Night Live, and it was Justin Timberlake, and it was Dick in a Box. It was around Christmas. And that's why I bring that up, because it was actually, I thought it was funny. I wasn't offended. You know, I think most females would be offended, but I thought it was fucking hilarious, because it was like, oh, I'm gonna give you this gift, but it's a dick in a box, and obviously it was just to be an asshole about what you're gonna give your girlfriend as a gift. But anyways, it was hilarious.
I agree with the entire sentiment behind this gift. Just be an asshole to your girlfriend.
It's Justin Timberlake in his music video who has this box around his junk, and he's like, "This is what I'm gonna give you for Christmas is a."
Dick in the box.
Dick in the box. And he sings to it. And so that's why I thought it, like, you know, some people might think that's funny. Some people might not think that's funny. But
You know what?
We think that's funny.
You know why? Okay, I will explain why I think this is funny. You know why I'm not gonna question why I think this is funny, but the reason I think this is funny is because this is literally, like, what he's singing about is literally every Valentine's Day for a dude.
right? That's what I'm saying.
It's like a guy has to go through so many different levels of like, hey, I'm gonna plan out this great day. I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna treat you special. You know what's great?
Dick
This
in the
thing
box.
that I already have. This is the gift. Is the thing that I already have, and I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm gonna give it to you. And that's the most hilarious part. Yeah.
But on a comedic level,
At a comedic level, gold.
yeah, on a comedic level, fucking gold. Because,
I think it's gold.
Because at the same time, you know, like Justin Timberlake felt confident enough to be like, oh, it's my, you know, junk
It's
in
my
the
dick
box.
in the box.
Exactly.
Yeah, like-
exactly. Because he thought it was funny, and some girls probably thought that was like attractive at that moment.
It's just time to call it to the end, right?
Yeah. This has got to be the end.
This has got to be it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we're glad to have you on, Alex.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Alex,
I fucking love you.
I hope the pictures turn out great on the on the page. But you know what? If you fuck up, I'm gonna take over.
And if he takes over, it's gonna be ruined.
Yeah, it's gonna be ruined.
No, because you're
And I
gonna
hope you
fucking suck
understand.
at it.
And I hope
No, because he fucking sucks at it.
Yeah, I suck at it. Like, and I'm like literally.
You're a shit job social media
Literally,
manager.
if I take over, I'm gonna delegate it to somebody else. That's what I am. I'm a fucking mirror. I'm gonna push it on somebody else.
Did we
Hilarious. Stop pointing a camera at me because I feel uncomfortable.
She's doing it right. She's doing her thing.
I mean, she might be.
She's doing her thing, and I'm okay with that.
And you know what? She's probably showing my real personality, and I'm okay with that.
Which is the whole fucking point, duh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so
Why you being idiot? Why you being idiot?
Oh God.